Black woman, black woman, black woman. I want to create a beautiful world for you, black woman. A world of beauty for beautiful you. A world where black women can bathe, naked and unashamed in gentle streams. A world where poetry is you. A world where poetry is you. A world where poetry is you. Black poetry is you. A world where poetry is a world where black women can bathe, naked and unashamed in gentle streams. A world where poetry is you. A world where poetry is you. A world where poetry is you. Black woman, black woman. I want to create a beautiful world for you, black woman. A world of beauty for beautiful you.
Check, check. What's up, family? Who do I sound like? What's up? His Lordship in the building. And I want to thank everyone once again for the well wishes for my birthday. I'm still receiving um, generosity through the internet, and I appreciate that. I just got a notification this morning, and I appreciate that. Bright Street, Grandma, Blue Rain, Hudson River. That's near the Detroit, Michigan. Um, Dat 504 in the building. I don't get to say hi to Dat 504 enough, but we good. Is there another Labanya production? I want to do the Labanya award show, but But I need nominations. We need nominations. We need categories. And we need to keep it simple too. You know what I'm saying? Right on, Bright Street. And if there's any questions that you had asked me last show that I missed, feel free to ask that same question again, because I noticed that I might have missed a couple of things. I think people asked me about the avatar. Yeah, the avatar is like a mascot to the show. It's like a just like Arby's Big Boy or Ronald McDonald or whatever. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Notorious B? Long time no see. I know you be busy out there in the trenches, but you always you always welcome here. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So yeah. That song I made yesterday. I made that for the ladies. I still don't have a title for it. It's called Ultraviolet for now. That was your boy on vocals with the pitch corrector. I use pitch corrector. And I was on bass guitar on that song too. Yeah, man, long time no see, man. We under quarantine. What the brother gonna do, man? I actually gotta meet somebody in a parking lot by a city college to finish conducting business because I cannot use the office. So I got to meet people in public parking lots. Sometimes I can meet them at their house. It's crazy. But I just filed for on the April 27th. A person like me could file for unemployment, so I just filed for that, and I'm filing for everything, whatever I can get. I ain't too proud to beg. You know, if I can get $500 in subsidies, whatever I can get, I'm getting it. So yeah, we need to break it down into simple categories. We need 5 solid categories. So one category would be who got on the Bonda's nerves the most. And we can have first, second, and third runner up. We can have the most and then second and third. Who the bonnet hates the most? The most illiterate. All right. The second one would be who has the best resources for all the bonnet videos. Now I might have made great videos like troll videos or whatever, but I'm not the resource person for her videos. So I do know a person who has most of her videos from beginning to end. So I wouldn't win that category. So we got who would be the most on her nerves, And who has the biggest collection of her videos? That's 2 categories. Now, who produced the best videos about her? That's the 3rd category. All right. And who had the best interviews with her? And then who cussed her out the best? Who cussed her out the best? Who used the bitch word the most? I think y'all forgot who cussed her out the best. I'm going to remind you. I'm about to remind you. I'm going to the Haters World channel. Right now. Haters World. Let me see here. Let me see if I can find it.
The haters.
Check this out.
What I'm saying to you, beloved, do not talk about this shit. Don't tell me what I can and can't do. I can do that. Bitch, I'm done. No, fuck you. Fuck you. You're a piece of shit. You call me Misc ass rotating bitch. Fuck you. Bye, bitch. You and your feelings. Bye.
Wow. I'm going to drop that link into the chat room for those who want to see the expression on her face while she's being cussed out. Yeah. Yeah, you can see that one for yourself. Yeah. And you know, she was live earlier and said that you know, I knew she was gonna make a mistake. She kept asking Google to validate her lies and her misperceptions, right? So she asked Google, can can we use Facebook pictures or something like that? And it said, yep. She always do some bullshit like that. Look, watch this. Watch this.
Can you use someone's videos on YouTube?
Wait a minute. Check it out.
Can you use someone's videos on YouTube? Sure.
Did you hear that? It said sure. And I should screenshot the expression on her face. She tried to play that one off too. Oh my God. That shit is hilarious. I mean, how many times can you do it to yourself? How many times can you take the L? You know, the alphabet is running out of L's. Now, look, I picked up one of my son's old books where they teach you the alphabet, and the L was missing. The whole page was gone because Latanya took all the L's in the United States, in the world. There's no L left in any language on any continent left in the world. You know, poor little Tink. You know, I mean, it's an everyday struggle. She said there was only one black multi-billionaire, and when Google corrected her, she said that. Right. You know what I'm saying? And during our lifetime, okay, the owner of BET, he sold BET for $3 billion in 1993. So him and his wife divorced after the check cashed. Him and his wife divorced. So he had 1.5 billion and she had 1.5 billion. And the owner of BET wife was a billionaire before Oprah. You see what I'm saying? What's up, Ali the Sage, observing stuff, Clara Brown. Welcome, everyone. And it's just funny. What's this? Creme? Yeah. Wow. Hold on one second. Yeah. So, creme brulee. I think I got it. Ali the Sash in the building. You know, even the bonnet says, she said there's 5 senses, right? And I believe that there's 5 senses also, but through careful research, I found that they believe that there's 7, even 8 senses. So here's an image of the 8 senses. Yeah, you got your basic senses, smell, touch, sight, sound, taste. But there is a couple of extra ones. Yeah, there's a vestibular. There's interoception. Interoception. Basically, the other senses are sense of balance, and like if you're doing a tightrope or something, and then the other one is being able to clap your hands with your eyes closed. That's another sense, and stuff like that, and just being aware of your space and distance from other objects, and like being able to walk through a labyrinth or obstacle course is another sense. So they say that's 3 more senses that we need to recognize. Did that make sense? But your girl tried to name drop Fundi and Jazzy. And also, you know what was funny? She didn't know how to pronounce Sansare's name. And she wanted to speak on it and make an impact, but she didn't even know the girl's name. She didn't even try to do research to find out if it's true or not. And then she found the first video she can find talking about her. And when she played the video, the person in the video mispronounced her name. Let's pull up that receipt. Yeah, let's pull up that receipt. That was had to be repeated by the phone. So I think this is it right here. I already made a video on this.
Smith, a YouTube sensation, has allegedly taken her own life.
Sequoia Smith.
And I was wondering the people.
I said, I want to bed.
Yeah, you need to go to
I'm going to
bed.
get some sleep.
That's L number 475.02L that you done took. Take your ass to bed indeed. Okay? I mean, man. I mean, if they was giving out like statuettes and stuff in Grammys, like, and you have to give her, she would need an L the size of Donald Trump's T, the kind that he has in his office, the letter T. She need one of those in her house. And it's not for LaTanya. Yeah, she brought up Sansaray. Don't know jack about Sansaray. Can't even pronounce her name. And then gonna turn the story around and make it something about her. You know. Everything's about her. Whatever Eliana's going through, whatever Khadijah going through, whatever Aya going through, she went through the same thing. If I ain't never seen a stereotype, oh my God. Oh my God. I'm just trying to get my artwork together. What the hell is this? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm looking at this list, my scene list. I'm just trying to get my artwork together. There's a lot of things going on. Yeah, why make someone else tragedy about you? I agree. You know, you can't. I've never done that. But, you know. It is what it is, I guess. And then how many times you going to continue to read something that you don't comprehend and you can't even pronounce, you can't even, oh my God, like, how many times you going to embarrass yourself? Now look, I'm sitting here with some books stacked on my side, and one book is called Plagues and People, by William H. McNeil. With the rise of newly emerging viruses like Ebola, HIV, mad cow disease, and the like, historian William H. McNeil landmark book on how infectious disease have impacted and even altered the course of human history. And this book is reissued with a new introduction and chapter discussing the influence of AIDS on contemporary times, plagues, and people. It also explores the political, demographical, and psychological effects. For some reason, your girl cannot pronounce, she don't know the word psychology or psychological. But I got one video where you actually see her skip and mispronounce. That's the big mistake she makes. She put the phone up to the screen, and as she's reading, you can see her skip words, mispronounce words, and totally not get what the paragraph is saying. So I'm going back to my library on my phone, and let me see if this is the one. This is also hilarious. If I can make sure this is the right video. That's the crazy part. Like, you're not embarrassed? You should be embarrassed. This should be embarrassing. After I made the video, I might have erased it. But let me see what this says.
Otherwise normal vision field. But there's a different definition to that. Now,
Scotoma.
stocoma can also mean something else.
Stocoma, there's 17 different types.
Now, it also can be a blind spot, but it also can be a mental spot. Hold on. I gotta make sure I think about it.
There's no excuse, because on the Google search engine that she's looking at, it even has the pronunciation right there in her face, and you can see it on the screen. You can see the pronunciation, the proper pronunciation. So she can't even read pronunciations. But then you can press play, and it'll even tell you how to pronounce it too. She skipped over that. So that just shows you how slow this individual is. And you're supposed to trust this person's word on everything else. This is why she's a weak link in the battle against Nature Boy, because nobody can take her word for it, because she's slow. And she's quick to lie for clout and for views. So what her word, ever since she first lied, her credibility's been gone. She just don't realize she has no credibility. She ruined her own credibility and try to blame it on other people.
All right, this right here. Mental stotoma in psychiatry is a figured blind spot in a person's psychology awareness.
Psychological awareness. See, that's a word right there that she couldn't read. The word was mental scotoma in psychiatry, a figurative blind spot in a person's psychological awareness. The patient being unable to gain insight into understanding his mental problems, lack of insight, peripheral scotoma, and area of depressed vision towards the peripheral of the visual field. Now, she said this is what she teach, but yet she act like she just discovered that word today. But this is what I didn't know that you could teach scotoma to people and how that benefits people in their life. I thought that was a diagnosis for a physical and mental problem, and there's 17 different types. Now, I don't know. I didn't know you could teach scotoma to people like you teaching them math or history or biology or science. But anyway, let's carry on.
The patient is unable to gain insight into and understand his mental problems. Lack of insight. Peripheral scotoma is the area of depressed version towards the peripheral of the visual field. Now, I'm saying this for a reason, because everybody got it, okay?
Everybody got it.
I learned this in college. Now, this is what I teach. If everybody want to know what this channel's been about, that right there. Mental I say it right the first time. I said mental stacoma.
Nobody in the chat room is laughing. Everybody in the chat room is having a total different conversation than what she's talking about. Nobody's laughing with her, and really nobody's really laughing at her. This is sad. This is very sad. So yeah, you can say anything after the fact. Yeah, this is what I teach. Well, you didn't say that 9 months ago. You didn't say that 6 days ago. You didn't say that 6 weeks ago. You didn't say it at all. And it sounded like you just discovered it right then and there. And it's not a subject to teach. It's a diagnosis for a problem. Now, you may have that problem. You may have diagnosed yourself and just discovered that rare mental disease that you said you had that they don't know if they have a cure for. They got to do some more tests. Well, you just saved yourself some money because you just discovered your own health problem. You see what I'm saying? So I wasn't looking at the chat room for a minute, so now I'm looking at the chat room, and I want to say welcome Evelyn Underwood, and thanks again, Evelyn. And Patty Paradox is in the building. Yeah, she read on the 4th grade level. It's like, yeah, you flipping through the websites of Google, you find something that you think is going to make you sound deep and all knowledgeable, but it sounds like you're reading it for the first time. And like I said, right in front of me, I have a book called Plagues and People. The New Yorker said, a book of the first importance, a truly revolutionary work. I also have another book in front of me. It says The African Origins of Civilization, Myth or Reality by Cheek Anta Diop. I wonder if that person is related to Francis Diop. All right. I have another book in front of me. It says the Immaterial Society, Design, Culture, and Technology in the Postmodern World. And I have another book in front of me that's called Discrimination by Design, a Feminist Critique of the Man-Made Environment. And then I have Jesse Jackson, a biography. And you know what? I have a bookmark in here, so I must have saw something interesting and wanted to speak on it. Let me read Jesse Jackson's apology to the Jews. If in my low moment, in a word, deed, or attitude, through some error of temper, taste, or tone, I have caused anyone discomfort, created pain or revived someone's fears. That was not my truest self. If there were occasions when my grape turned into raisins and my joy bell lost its resonance, please forgive me. Charge it to the game. Charge it to my head and not my heart. My head is so limited in its attitude, but my heart is boundless in its love for the human family. I am not a perfect servant. I am a public servant, doing my best against the odds. As I grow, develop, and serve, be patient. God is not finished with me yet. And in conclusion, he stated, no mountain is too high, no valley is too low, no forest is too dense, no water is too deep. If your mind is made up with eyesight, you can see misery, but with insight, you can see a brighter side. Suffering breeds character. Character breeds faith. And in the end, faith will not disappoint. And Jesse Jackson was given a standing ovation. People cheered and cried at the same time. It was a moving experience for all who heard him. But it did not translate into a victory for the Democrats in November. Walter Mondale and his running mate, Geraldine Ferraro, could not overcome Ronald Reagan's popularity. Reagan won by a landslide. One young reporter on his first assignment asked Jesse what was his plans after the 1984 election. Jesse was tired and weary, and he shocked the young reporter by answering, no comment. It had to be a first, because Jesse Jackson is from the long-winded society. He's from the Windy City, so or at least that's where he ran his campaign, his office from, and his organization. But a young reporter asked him what he's going to do after losing the election, and he said no comment. And trust me, Jesse Jackson don't say no comment very often. Matter of fact, find me the last time he said no comment. I was trying to get into character. Oh, that's the first president you voted for? I heard that. What's up, Rita Lane in the building? You sure you didn't vote for Shirley? Oh, no, you couldn't have voted for Shirley Chisholm because she didn't make it that far. But she almost did. But it was more black men worried about her becoming president than white people. She had white women behind her and white people behind her, Shirley Chisholm. I think that the Black Caucus, the male-dominant Black Caucus, didn't want to support her because they didn't want to see a female win before a male, and Jesse had already lost prior. Well, no, he didn't. He haven't even ran yet, but yeah, it was crazy. Shirley Chisholm could have been the first Obama, and there was an attempt on her life as well during the trying to get the electoral vote, and she lost. The reason why I come up with that theory is because Shirley Chisholm lost the delegate votes in California, which was a high number. That was the last straw. That was the final battle, California. And a black man by the name of Willie Brown gave a speech to shoot Shirley Chisholm down, and that speech was so convincing that she lost the delegate vote in California. So It wasn't a speech by a white politician. It was a speech by a black politician who was also a member of the Black Democratic Caucus. You see what I'm saying? So what is this here? This book is deep right here. Discrimination by Design by Leslie Keynes. Leslie Keynes Wiseman. Why people like to use their middle name when they write, but they want you to know their whole name. Wow, and they cover the world. This is not just America. This is not just black issues. They I do have, see, you know, my wife got some books. I got some books on feminism, so I can we could get into that later. This book is deep though. Yeah, so what else is going on? What else is cracking? We got the Uncle Fester reprise music playing in the background. I just came on to say hello. See how y'all doing. I was just checking in before I go to work. I'm freelancing. Oh my God. It's actually time for me to go. I got to shoot across the bridge. But y'all hold on to that. I'm going to check in later. I think I made my point. There we go. Oh, one of my friends, let me play this one thing before I play the outro. One of my friends made a beat and Casual from the Hieroglyphics did a freestyle. Oh, thank you, Blue and everybody, Rita and Evelyn. My friend been making music for a long time. He works with Sadat X, Dinko D from the Leaders, Freedom Williams from CMC Music Factory. You know, a whole bunch of people. He always in beat making contests and stuff. So let me play this freestyle off he sent it to me on Instagram just now. That's one of the reasons why I went live today. And so let me just bump that right quick. And yeah, this is Casual. He's freestyling off of one of my friends' beat, Casual from Hieroglyphics. Yeah, I know Observer might like this too, so.
Chevy with your bitch in the box, you can watch it disappear. That's a magic show. Trap house cook, fixing the rock. It's like you ordered chicken nuggets, you get 6 in a box. 6 shots in a coffin, in this tropical water. I'm earthy with the dolphin, this is not the Ramada. All you niggas is orphans that I got to follow. One swing and knock that sweet shit up out your pinata. I'm an orca, you a porpoise, you got to swim harder. What's an income stream if you're referencing water? I don't let your stinky savage hoe is average, y'all. I'll pull up in the Chevy with your bitch in the box, and you can watch her disappear. That's a magic show. Trap house cook, fixing the rock. It's like you ordered chicken nuggets, you get 6 in a box. 6 shots in a coffin in this tropical water. I'm often with the dolphin, this is not the Ramada. All you niggas is orphans that I got to follow. One swing and knock that sweet shit up out your pinata. I'm an orca, you a porpoise, you got to swim harder. What's an income stream if you're referencing water? I don't let...
Yeah. That was sick. That was sick. Yeah, my client is texting me now like, where you at? And I went live and missed my appointment. But I appreciate y'all showing up. I'll be back later. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's up. But they sent me the material. So I'm gonna have to find that in my archives. But yeah, I done messed around and missed my appointment, but he's willing to wait 30 minutes, so let me take myself across this bridge and try not to get pulled over. But if you're just walking in, I made a song the other night that I dedicated to my sisters and women of color, and it has the last poets on it, and yes, it's at the beginning of the song, so catch the beginning of the show to hear that song that I made just for the ladies. And OBS Studio just crashed. So peace and hair grease. Take care.